Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Crystal. And today we are getting back into South Central Baddies season 6, episode 3. This episode is titled Double Fades and Double Fun. And y'all, by the end of this episode, the Bunk Life girls were seeing double. No shade. So they open this episode with an intro video. Finally, okay? I'm hoping we get an episode where all the ladies get to go to the studio and work on a song together. And y'all know, I loved when Kayla said, "Smoke me, bitch." Y'all know that is my favorite saying off of Now That's TV. Okay, I probably say that about 2 times a day. No shade. Jazz, Ivory, and E.T., they're still chopping it up, outside, and enters Danye, okay? So E.T. tells Danye, like, hey, I missed you. And Danye's lying ass talking about, "I missed you too." Girl, no, you didn't. Stop lying, okay? E.T. never crossed your mind. No shade, no tea, but they let it be known that Danye, she got a couple fades, she got a couple squabble on her hands for herself this season, but she's getting cash for sure. Now, some of the newbies, they're outside vibing. It seems like that little area that they add is the smoke spot, okay? So E.T. comes out, and she points out Mariah's ankle monitor. Like, "Oh, okay, I see you. You one of them ones, okay?" And, she's just keying with the girls. And, she's like, "Okay, I like y'all. Y'all cool, So Mama speaks up and says, like, "Oh, I like you now, but I didn't like you before." And E.T. was like, "Why?" You know what I mean? So, girl, she gets to explain it. She's like, "I watched Baddies and so on and so forth. I didn't like you in Baddies, but I like you now. You cool, But in this moment, sister, no shade, I was scared for you because E.T., she was looking like she could have, went up in that mouth. Okay, word to Akasha. Keep talking out the back. Go ahead, the ice that tightly. Okay, so E.T. said, she likes Mama. She liked that she spoke up and all of that, but she got to keep an eye on her, and I'm with you when you're right. So the newbies pull up to the photo shoot, and they all looked good to a certain extent. I would definitely give them an A for effort. Okay, and Miss Rose, sister, to the front. That wig is looking 1,000 times better. Okay, no shade. And let me say this, shout out to mamas for throwing down in that kitchen for everybody, okay? That is definitely me. I am definitely one to get in that kitchen, start putting my hands to work, okay, and blessing everybody when we are around, whether that's friends, families, you understand? It's big mama energy, period. So Ivory, E.T., and Jazz, they make their way downstairs, okay? And y'all, the look on Ivory's face, Miss Mama is ready, okay? When I see this look on her face, I said, oh yes, it's time to take a shot, okay? So Cashmere enters, okay? She has to come into the house to sign her contract. Like, and this is why I get frustrated with Now That's TV, because it's like, why was this contract handled before? You understand? It's sort of like Now That's TV needs some sort of assistance in that area as far as making things run smoother, and having things planned out. For example, like, have all the ladies write down the fades, that they want to have, that they need to have, and then get the guaranteed fades out the way, and then y'all can do like a process of elimination. Like, okay, she wants to fight her. Let's say Kayla wants to fight Rose, and Rose wrote down on her paper she wants to fight Kayla. So, they both want to fight each other. So that's a guaranteed fade. You understand? They just need some kind of help, and it would save time, it would save money, it would save film, etc. That's just a thought. Food for thought. Anyway, so Ivory catches, production sneaking Cashmere into the house through like the garage, and Ivory popped up like, "No, ma'am, I see you. What's going on?" Okay. So Ivory and Doye, they end up sneaking outside to the Sprinter, and I bet you my bottom dollar, okay, Ivory said in her head, okay, oh, that bitch Cash is here. I know Bree's here, So I think it was like a spirit of moment thing where she was like, you know what? Cash is inside. I know Bree out on that sprinter doing, yay, let's go, So they outside, and Ivory started banging on the sprinter like she wants Bree off of that bus now, okay? Y'all, and when mamas went and started getting all the other girls, like, I laughed at so hard at that, y'all. That took me out. It definitely reminded me of Riley from the Boondocks when all them niggas was coming to get Gay's Delicious. Niggas coming. And let me tell y'all, Isaiah looks so exhausted. Like, this man needs a nap and a burger and a blunt, okay? So they finally give us Bree and Cashmere, okay? And then Ivory and Jazz enters, okay? The Babu sisters, hello, okay? Thank you. So Kilo Sway, ooh-wee. Kilo Sway sets the rules for the fight, and Ivory makes sure, that they checked both Bree and Cash for weapons, lighters, etc. Okay, like, girl, she said, I'm not trying to get stabbed, I'm not trying to get poked, I just want my fair one, period. And baby, next thing you know, they knocking side by side, okay? Bink, 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 mink, mink, mink. And let me say this, okay? Jazz, Bree definitely dropped you, Bookie, okay? No shade or tea, okay? And yes, you did get right back up, but I have to call a spade a spade. It's simple. And I will say this, too. When you got back up, you got back up and you started knocking, as you should, But both Ivory, Cash, Bree, and Jazz, they need to run that again, in my opinion. Because it was not a clear win with anybody. And given that Bree did drop Jazz, you would think that it would have been a clear one. Like, no, I need y'all to run that again, okay? So when security breaks it up, Cashmere decides to sneak Jazz. And y'all, Big Ivory, she lets it be known. If you hit my sister, I'm knocking Bree out. Simple. But baby, this is by far one of the best fades that I have seen on Now That's TV. So, they popping it back and forth. Dawn Ye ends up coming downstairs, stretching out, like she on that, like she need that. And, Ivory told Cash to keep her head up. And when she said that, like, Cash really need to take that advice. And she really need to keep her head up. No shade. So, Cash and Bree, they decide that they're just going to give them a one and done. They're not going to let them get multiple fades off of them. Cash says she's ready to go home. She's tired. She needs to go home and get some rest, period. So, that's that. Now, Ivory. These feet, I hope you took a nice, long, hot shower, sister, because these feet is diabolical. I understand you was running outside with a sprinter and running in the house, but baby, there's not enough outside for your feet to be that black boo. No shade. I love this moment between Ivory and Jazz, y'all, because if y'all remember, like, the first show Ivory and Jazz went on together, like, this is how Ivory wanted Jazz to come in originally, okay? Just knocking these bitches left to right, okay? Side by side. Sisterhood, okay? Then enters a Big Liddy and Pressure, okay? So they come in and they get very, very comfortable, okay? Real comfortable, okay? Liddy with these shoes on top of this table is killing me, okay? So Isaiah is talking with the Bunk Life girls, okay? And they let him know that they want Lady H's, Rose, and Pressure, okay? So let me break it down for y'all. Money Loke wants it with Lady H's because of some street beef, I guess. Kayla wants it with Rose because at the YNR premiere, Rose came apparently with Jules, okay? And she was trying to get on that about her homegirl, Jules. So Kayla says she needs that. And then we have India and Pressure, okay? And India says she wants to fight Pressure for her sister, Jayla. Jayla was on a previous season of South Central Baddies. And allegedly, apparently, she feeling some kind of way towards pressure because of how she did her sister, okay? So they bring in India and Pressure, and they start going back and forth. Pressure claims she don't know her, but she does, okay, clearly, and she drops their tea. So let me ask y'all, are y'all going on a national platform to fight behind your sister who messed with your children's father, okay, your baby's dad, allegedly? Let me know in the comments below. And let me put this in her too, okay? If these security guards was holding me, baby, I'd have been winding my fucking waist, okay? All up on that blood clot peanut. Hey, Moni. Hey, girl. So, Liddy sends for E.T. To see why, they're in separate houses. Clearly, E.T. did not know her and Cash are supposed to be in the same house, okay? So, E.T. goes out to the Sprinter, to get Liddy. Like, girl, fuck that. You coming with me. You staying in my house here with me. Simple, she said something on the lines of fuck them bitches or something, girl, because next thing you know, here come Cash getting into it with E.T., okay? And Cash is claiming, E.T. wants to stay in the house with Ivory because she knows, every time Cash comes over there to get that fade, she's going to have to fade Ivory as well. And I don't know about that, Cash. I think she just don't like you, and y'all got smoke. So why would she want to go in the house with you? That don't make no sense, no shade. So the Bunk Life girls, okay, they finally get to enter the house. And as soon as Rose hit that doorway, girl, Kayla was up and on that, okay? But let me say this, Kayla, you sneaky little slut, I see you, okay? It looks like Kayla grabbed something out of the cushion of the couch, y'all. When she got up, go back and watch that. No shade, it looked like she grabbed something out of the cushion of that couch, okay? So Kayla and Rose, they square up, and that first hit, Rose caught that eye, Kayla, okay? And Miss Kayla, keep your eyes open, Bookie, please. You're swinging with your eyes closed, head down, and Rose's just looking at you at one point, like, girl, please, like, she taking you through there, up and through there, Kayla. And right after that, Lady H's ends up taking Money Loke everywhere she don't want to go, okay? I'm talking face shots, no Botox, no fillers, okay? She was whooping her like the Jenga. And that is where we leave off, y'all. I love this episode, from the fades to the cooking. Like, it was tea. Make sure y'all leave a comment in the comment section below. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel, y'all. It's free, no shade. And I will see y'all in the next one. Mwah! No bars.